Hello everyone! Today I'm going to talk about some greetings. Well, actually, this is very few greetings. And also, well, you will see. So, the greeting, there is bonjour, bonsoir. Bonjour, this is, in the morning or during the day, you say bonjour. You greet the person. It's like I. And actually, bonjour, it's in one word, this one. It's all attached. This is bon and jour attached together because bon and jour can be two also. Like bon means good and jour means day. So it will be bon, the uh, adjective, adjective is French, adjective English. So the adjective good, bon, and this is a common word jour, un jour. You remember like un, une, here it's masculine, so c'est un jour, a day. Now we have bonsoir. Bonsoir, this is the same, it's attached, this is bon and soir. So it's composed of bon, good, soir, evening. Un soir, this is the same, an evening. Now we can say also salut. Plenty of people say that. For me, how I feel salut, it's really much more informal. It's how I see that. Now, maybe other people will tell you differently, but it's how I see that. So, honestly, during all the years that I have been spending my life in France, and I was born and raised over there, I never heard more than bonjour, bonsoir, and salut, stuff like that. But, we don't say anything for the afternoon, like we see, for example, in Spanish or in English. When I say bonsoir, well, I see this is, I mean, you can see it's really dark outside, or, for example, if it's the winter time, I can say bonsoir to people when it's about 6, you know. It depends how it is outside. Um, if not, I will say bonjour. So now how you wish it to people, for example, a good day or a good morning, stuff like that. So, une bonne journée, a good day. Un bon matin or une bonne matinée. This would be a good morning. Remember that you can choose to say un matin, which is masculine, or une matinée, which is feminine. And remember that everything is going to change for the adjective. This is un bon matin. It will be only B-O-N. But if you use matinée, which is feminine like I just said, it will be une bonne matinée. So it will be B-O-N-N-E. Now, same, how to say a good afternoon. Un bon après-midi. Be careful. Après-midi is masculine. So it's un après-midi. And if you say un après-midi, remember you have if you have been listening my other videos, you know that there is a liaison that you cannot see, but when a person is talking, you will hear it. Un après-midi. It's like the N and the E was attached, but they are not, and people know it. So, un après-midi. So un bon après-midi is the same. You just going to put B-O-N because this is un. This is masculine. A good evening. Un bon soir. Or une bonne soirée. Same if you have been wishing to use masculine or feminine. Same for bonne that I just explained for matin et matinée. Une bonne nuit. A good night. I'm thinking about doing this lesson but with plural. So I don't want to make a lesson that is very long, that is very boring, and finally nobody's understand anything. So this will be in another lesson. That will be part 1 of the lesson. Now, for example, you want to say have a good day. So how you will say that? If you remember, there is to, there is if you have to go back on this lesson with this to and vous. I think it was a lesson number maybe 2, I'm not sure. There is an image on it that I have not been removing yet, so I have to put it for 18 plus, because of the rules. I cannot keep these things, and I didn't get the time to remove the image. So you need to be 18 plus to be able to view the 5 first of my videos. So in this video, I explain about tu and vous, the formula of the polite formula. So it's the same. If you say vous to a person, you will say passé. If you say tu to a person which is informal, you will use pass. I'm going to begin by all the vous, then I will go by all the tu. I mean, what you will say if you were, like we say, vous voyez, when you use vous voyez. When you use tu, tutoyer. Et vous voyez and tutoyer are verbs. Like je vous vois, je tutoie. It depends which one you're using. So, have a good day will be passer une bonne journée. Everything is written, so you can look with me. Have a good morning. So, passer une bonne matinée. It's just, example of all what you can do, because you can say it in so many different ways, of course. Passer un bon après-midi will be have a good afternoon. Have a good evening, passer une bonne soirée. Have a good night, passer une bonne nuit. Now, if you have a good night, you also could say, for example, dormez bien, like sleep well, so they have plenty of things that you can say. Now, we're going to go to the informal part. When you talk to people, you tell them tu, tutoiement, or tutoyer. Tutoyer with a verb, and tutoiement, c'est, the common word. So, if you look at I think it was lesson number 10, and at the verb aimer, second person of singular. You remember? There is a S at the end. For example, tu aimes. The ending is a S. But because it was the indicative, it was the present of indicative, the present tense. Now, when I say passe une bonne journée, this is not the indicative. This is the imperative. So the imperative form will be different. You will not put a S, because like I said, this is not the present tense of the indicative. This is the present tense of the imperative. This is different. So just don't make a confusion with that, and just be very careful about that. So, passe une bonne journée will be the same than passer une bonne journée. So, have a good day. Have a good morning will be passe une bonne matinée. Passe un bon après-midi. Have a good afternoon. Passe une bonne soirée. Have a good evening. Passe une bonne nuit. Have a good night. And it's the same, you wish them to sleep well, so you tell them, sleep well, dors bien. So you see, from dormir is goes to dors bien, depending if you're going to say vous or to the person. Now, this is just an example that I'm going to give you just now. You can change the ending. For example, you can change instead of journée, you can say matinée, you can say après-midi, But you just remember, if you change that, you also have to change the un to une or une to un, or you have to change bon to bonne or bonne to bon, depending if you use the masculine or the feminine. So, je vous souhaite de passer une bonne journée. It's very, this is just making a lot of words and seems to be very difficult, but not at all. It just means I wish you to have a good day. That's all. J'espère que vous aurez une bonne matinée. All of that I'm going to repeat after, so don't worry if you don't get it at the first time. I wish that you have a good morning. J'espère que vous passerez une bonne soirée. Et the same. I hope that you will have a good evening. This is, or you will pass a good evening. Don't really say that you pass a good evening in English. You say you have a good evening. But in French, you can put different verb like passer and avoir. Because when you say aurait, this is the verb avoir. And I'm going to go back on the sentence again, like I said. Je souhaite que votre nuit soit douce. Well, it's the same, it's a manner to say the things differently. I wish that your night be sweet or, soft or anything like that. You know what I mean? How you will, when, for example, in English you say sweet dreams, so that would be, you see, like, ayez des rêves doux. I even don't know if we say that in French. We will just say bonne nuit, que la nuit soit bonne pour vous, things like that, But j'espère que vous dormirez bien. I wish that you sleep well, like much more like they hope that you have a good night, that you sleep good, and this is all the sort of things that you can say. There is plenty more of sentences, so. I go back on the sentences and, for example, je vous souhaite de passer une bonne journée. So, there is the verb souhaiter, souhaite, wish. Passer, this is, the verb passer in French, but you can translate it much more like to have, like to have a good day. In this case, of course, not in the other case, but in this case. Now you can say, je vous souhaite de passer un bon après-midi. Instead of une bonne journée, you change it. But see what I did? Un bon après-midi, I change all. I remove the une bonne, and I put un bon instead, and then the end, like journée or après-midi. You can say, je vous souhaite de passer une bonne nuit. You see, you can on the other word that you have, like journée, matinée, soirée, you can change it. Je vous souhaite de passer un bon matin. Je vous souhaite de passer un bon soir. I tend to use much more une bonne soirée than a bonsoir. That is my choice. I've been doing that, all my years, so I don't know about the people, but it's how I do. Now, second sentence. J'espère que vous aurez une bonne matinée. So, j'espère, this is the verb espérer, to wish. No. Also, or actually, it's not to wish this one, this is to hope. I hope that you will have a good morning. J'espère que vous aurez une bonne matinée. Aurez, this is actually the verb avoir was going to be conjugated. And it's the same, you can change it. So, j'espère que vous aurez une bonne matinée can be changed in j'espère que vous aurez une bonne journée. J'espère que vous aurez un bon après-midi. J'espère que vous aurez un bon soir. J'espère que vous aurez une bonne soirée. Ou, you see, you can change it. J'espère que vous aurez une bonne nuit. J'espère que vous passerez une bonne soirée. I hope that you will spend. Actually, yeah, when I say have, you can say I hope that you will have a good evening, but you also can say I hope that you will spend, because passer that's true. Actually, this is much more spend. So I go back on what I said just before. Je vous souhaite de passer une bonne journée. The very first sentence. You could say, I wish you to spend a good day. So for j'espère que vous passerez une bonne soirée, number 3, sentence number 3, you can change it too. J'espère que vous passerez une bonne journée. J'espère que vous passerez une bonne après-midi. Un bon après-midi. J'espère que vous passerez une bonne matinée. Or, j'espère que vous passerez un bon soir. I made the mistake about après-midi because I was not thinking about saying après-midi. I was thinking about saying something else. And at the last moment, I see on my screen après-midi, so I say it. But it was not what I was going to say. So again, j'espère que vous passerez un bon après-midi. But you don't say bon après-midi, you say bon après-midi. I just want to say bon, that you use bon, then après-midi. But you will say, j'espère que vous passerez un bon après-midi. You know, I put, how to say, I decompose each word, un bon après-midi, just alone. But if you say in the sentence, you say un bon après-midi. You don't say un bon après-midi. You say un bon après-midi. And it's the same, you're going to have the liaison. If you put only un and après-midi, you will put the liaison between the N, like I said, from un, and après-midi, the E. But now, in this case, if you want to use un bon après-midi, you will use the liaison for the N from bon, and you will use it like if it was attached to the N, because you have the consonant, the N, and you have the E, the vowel E from après-midi. So, un bon après-midi. You see, it's like, okay. So now we are at the je souhaite que votre nuit soit douce. Well, you can change it. Je souhaite que votre journée soit. I don't think you will say really soit douce, but it can be. It could be. You know, you can wish a person and they have a soft day. Usually, this is much more for the night. I heard that for the night. I didn't hear about for the day or anything else. But that this is, you know, you want to be creative, you do whatever you want to. You can say, je souhaite que votre nuit soit belle. Usually it will be much more douce for the night, like I said, but it will not be like a mistake, like a grammatical mistake at all. You can say, je souhaite que votre journée soit belle. Like, que vous ayez une bonne journée. You know, all of that, this is the same, kind of the same. J'espère que vous dormirez bien. Well, you hope that you will sleep good. And that this is for all of that I have been putting was for when you talk to people that you don't know or you have respect for. You see, if you notice, is passé with the easy. Then aurait at the end, easy. Again, passerait. This is easy. Je souhaite que votre. You see, votre. And anyway, in the sentence number 1, you have vous. You see, the second word is a vous. On the sentence number 2, j'espère que vous. You see, you can understand that is you just say vous to people. J'espère que vous passerez. Je souhaite que votre. This is the same. You have votre, so yours, you know, votre. So you talk to someone, you use the vouvoiement. J'espère que vous dormirez easy. Okay, so now it will be the same. It will be if you were saying to two people, je souhaite que tu passes une bonne journée. So it's the same. You will just put tu, you, like you already know from other lesson. So if you have been listening to my lesson, and passe, it will be just like it's written. Passe une bonne journée, passe une bonne matinée, passe un bon après-midi, passe une bonne soirée, passe une bonne nuit. For second sentence, you will say, j'espère que tu auras une bonne matinée. Then, j'espère que tu passeras une bonne soirée. Je souhaite que ta nuit soit douce. J'espère que ta nuit soit douce. Ta, T-A. You will just remove the V-O-T-R-E and you will put T-A instead. J'espère que tu dormiras bien. That's it. That's it for the lesson from today. This is all if you use the vous or the tu, and also to know about some greetings and how to say the things, if it's the morning or the afternoon or the evening or the night, and if it's just the day globally. So I wish you to have a good day too. And bye bye. Thank you for listening.